Thank you all. I appreciate your patience. I'll just make a statement, and then I'll ask John Prendergast and George Clooney to also make a statement, and we'd be happy to take a few questions. I have to be a little bit brief because unfortunately I'm on a tight schedule, and I ask your understanding of that. Let me just say that it would be impossible not to have started today at John Garang's mausoleum and not be moved and impressed by the events that are taking place here in South Sudan. This is really the beginning of an historic event for the people of South Sudan, long in the coming. And I think I speak for my friends who have been engaged in this effort for a long time, who are standing here with me when I say that we are privileged to be here to share this moment with the people of South Sudan. What we're working for here is simple. We're working for peace. We're working to provide an opportunity for people to know that there is an alternative to war and violence to resolve problems. And this, what is happening here, each day now for the next days, is an example of what people working together can do when they come together, and it sends an important message about the ability to solve problems in ways other than choosing violence. Let's be clear. Even as today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another, a lot of work remains ahead in the very near term, in the next months of the CPA, before July 9th, in order to resolve the outstanding issues regarding oil revenues, borders, and of course, Abyei and Darfur. Let me make a very strong message today to the citizens, the people of Abyei. Abyei is front and center on the agenda even today. Discussions are taking place today, yesterday, and will be ongoing regarding Abyei. Abyei is not being left behind. Abyei is not being forgotten. We intend to resolve the issues of Abyei over the course of the next weeks and months, and I hope sooner rather than later. Similarly, discussions are going on regarding Darfur. General Gratian will be leaving to go there in a couple of days and will be significantly focused on it. In addition to Abyei and Darfur, a lot of work lies ahead in the task of building a nation, empowering ministries, and creating institutions that will be able to respond to the needs of the people. But remember this, many people forget it. This is not a fresh start for the South. For the last 5 years, almost 6 years, the South has been making its own decisions and its own future. And the truth is that more development and more has been done in the last 5 years than in the last 55 years. So we're confident about the capacity of the South to move forward. And a final comment, and I think not an unimportant one. Just as this moment represents the potential of a new era for South Sudan, it also represents the potential of a new time for the Republic of Sudan, for the North. This is a moment where the North, by making key decisions, has an opportunity to revitalize its own economy, to restore its relationship with the world and with the United States.
Three very quick points, and they're all related to momentum. The referendum in and of itself is an extraordinary occasion, but it also provides a tremendous momentum to address the remaining challenges in Sudan so that we can see by the end of 2011 a peaceful Sudan. First, it provides momentum to build the kind of institutions in southern Sudan that will provide for a government that takes care of the needs of its people, that can protect and defend the nation's sovereignty and can play an important role regionally and internationally in developing East Africa and beyond. And I think the relationship the South has with the North is going to be crucial to that. So building institutions is the first point of momentum. Secondly, the second point of momentum that the referendum provides is build on what Senator Kerry said, is we've got to invest immediately in the diplomacy to address the issues that divide the North and the South. As wonderful a celebration as people are going to have over the next week, it's just as serious the continuing issues that will bedevil the relationship between the North and the South unless they are addressed quickly. Abyei is at the top of that list, and George can speak more to that because we just came from there. But there are many issues, and we all know what they are. We simply need to see an international effort that is serious and sustained, that gets a deal quickly between the SPLM and the NCP. And finally, we need to use the momentum of the referendum to revitalize the peace effort for Darfur. Can't leave these people behind. There has to be, there are issues that can be negotiated, and with a sustained, serious peace process, those issues can be resolved. So we look forward, I think, as Americans, to continuing to support very strongly our government, our Congress, and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee led by Senator Kerry, and our President, President Obama, to continue to invest in the relationship with the people of Southern Sudan and in support of peace for the country before the end of 2011. Thank you.
I'll be very brief. First of all, I can't understate enough how important Senator Kerry's involvement coming in at the time he did, how much effect that had. I also can't emphasize enough what an extraordinary job that President Kiir has done. I was here 100 days ago, and there wasn't a single person, not a member of the Security Council who was also here, who thought that this referendum would happen on time, and it did. It's a very hopeful sign for governing as we go forward. But most important, we've said this again and again, but this can only be a success if Abyei is addressed and if Darfur is addressed. Those are elements that can constantly close it. Having said that, and we keep saying Abyei, Darfur, we have to keep saying it. Having said that, it's been 55 years of marching and fighting and dying, and today marks the first step towards independence. And it's not often in your lifetime you get to see the birth of a nation, and it's not often in your lifetime you get to see people vote for their independence for the first time. And it is an honor for me to be here. I'm very proud to be standing among such brave individuals. So thank you.
Thank you very much.